China spent $5 billion to take over the abandoned oil field abandoned by the United States. Is it losing money or making money now? There is a large oil field in Kazakhstan, which is one of the largest oil fields discovered in recent years. But this oil field has been abandoned by the United States and other Western countries. They all said that this is an abandoned oil field with no development value. However, such an oil field that everyone despises was taken over by China at a price of $5 billion. The United States and Western countries are even waiting to see China's jokes. So, how is this oil field developing now? Is it losing money or making money? Let us take a closer look in this video. Kazakhstan is the largest country in Central Asia, with a land area of 2.7249 million square kilometers. It is also the largest landlocked country in the world. The country is rich in mineral resources, especially oil and gas resources. The proven oil reserves are as high as 14 billion tons, most of which are distributed in the coastal areas of the Caspian Sea. The Kashagan oil field in the country is one of the largest oil fields discovered since the 21st century. The oil field is located in the north of the Caspian Sea, near the ancient city of Ataral in Kazakhstan. Ataral was founded in 1640 and is located at the mouth of the Ural River to the Caspian Sea. It covers an area of about 600 square kilometers and is the capital of Ataral Oblast. Due to the rich oil and gas resources nearby, it is the most important oil processing city in Kazakhstan. The Ataral refinery plays a pivotal role in the country. Today, Ataral is the westernmost development area of China's Belt and Road Initiative in Kazakhstan. During the Soviet period, Kazakhstan was the largest member of the Soviet Union in Central Asia. In 1988, Soviet geologists first discovered the oil potential of the northern shore of the Caspian Sea in Kazakhstan. However, since the oil exploration site was near the sea with harsh natural conditions, the offshore drilling technology at that time was very limited. In addition, the Soviet Union was on the verge of disintegration at that time, and there was a serious shortage of domestic funds, so there was no time to take care of the exploration and exploitation of this oil field. It was not until the disintegration of the Soviet Union that Kazakhstan declared independence in 1991. After the independence of Kazakhstan, it lost the Soviet Union as a backer and became impoverished. The energy industry has become the only driving force for the country's development, but it lacks the ability to explore and exploit, so most of the domestic oil fields have been handed over to foreign companies. The Kashagan oil field was explored and named by an Italian oil and gas company in 2000. The oil field is mainly composed of 4 oil and gas blocks: Kashagan, Kalan, Karamkaz, and Aktad. It covers an area of more than 3,000 square kilometers, with geological reserves of up to 38 billion barrels and recoverable reserves of 7 to 9 billion barrels. It is expected that the daily output will reach 1.5 million barrels in the future. It is the largest oil field discovered in the world in more than 30 years since the discovery of the Pruitt-Hepburn oil field in Alaska, the United States in 1968. For a time, the Kashagan oil field quickly became the focus of international competition. However, according to field exploration, many companies said that the mining environment of the Kashagan oil field is extremely harsh. It is speculated that in order to successfully obtain crude oil, at least 240 oil wells, more than 30 automatic drilling centers, and multiple technical operation devices and other supporting facilities need to be drilled at sea. and according to experts, due to natural conditions during the development process. It is also necessary to deal with various uncertainties such as storms, ice, and pipe bursts. This is not only a technical problem, but also requires a lot of money. For a time, the exploitation of the Kashagan oil field was difficult. So Western countries decided to jointly develop the oil field and set up a joint company, including Italy, Britain, the United States, Norway, Russia, and other energy giants. At first, Kazakhstan, as the host, still held 14.28% of the shares of the oil field. But because of its very limited ability and inability to continue to invest, it also sold its only shares to American and Japanese oil companies. However, even though many foreign companies established a joint company, they failed to successfully develop the oil field. Even companies such as the United Kingdom and Norway chose to withdraw. Until 2003, there was still no sign of exploitation in the Kashagan oil field, and the British BG Group also chose to withdraw. At the same time, this oil field attracted China's attention and expressed its intention to purchase it. However, influenced by the international environment at the time, the West was very reluctant to let Chinese companies join. General Petroleum took advantage of its priority subscription rights and joined other companies to divide the shares sold by British companies equally. In 2005, Kazakhstan, which had already lost all its shares in the oil field, bought the remaining 8.33% of the shares of the BG Group and resumed its status as a shareholder. However, China missed the Kashagan oil field because of this, but 10 years later, this incident had a new reversal. Due to the huge technical difficulties faced by the Kashagan oil field and the increase in development costs such as equipment and materials, the start of the trial production of the oil field has been repeatedly postponed. The development cost has also soared from the original $57 billion to $136 billion. Not only has nothing been gained in decades, but the investment has also been increasing. During this period, the Kashagan oil field was also stopped one after another due to environmental pollution and other issues. In 2012, Kazakhstan also fined the oil field joint company $5 million for environmental issues. In addition, the revision of Kazakhstan's domestic laws on oil extraction has caused major companies to become more and more concerned. In 2013, when the oil field was about to resume trial production, American companies saw no hope and decided to sell their shares to India. For many years, Kazakhstan, which has seen everything, has been even more anxious. So it used its shareholder status to intercept 7.14% of the shares of the American company, and sold this part of the shares to China National Petroleum Corporation for $5 billion. While the United States and the West were waiting to see the joke, this oil field, after decades of delay, officially started oil production just a few days after China joined. However, it was forced to stop due to a natural gas leak in just 2 weeks. After the recovery, a natural gas leak occurred again in October of the same year. Under this circumstance, the land of the oil field, especially the pipeline, had to be replaced. It can be seen how difficult the development process is. So, such an abandoned oil field that the United States and the West cannot resist. After China takes over, can it really make back its investment? The difficulty of exploiting Kashagan oil field is obvious. But for China, which has successively built world-class high-difficulty infrastructure such as the Three Gorges Dam and the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge, it is not a difficult task to overcome. China has formulated a new development plan based on local conditions and built a dam to avoid storms, widened and deepened the waterway, etc. In September 2016, the oil field officially entered the production stage. In October of the same year, Kashagan oil field exported crude oil for the first time, with an export volume of 26,500 tons. In just 1 year, the annual output reached 8.9 million tons. As of 2021, the oil field's crude oil exports have exceeded the 15 million ton mark. And it is still growing year after year. In 2023, Kazakhstan said that the production potential of Kashagan oil field can reach 75 million tons per year. And Kazakhstan has also become China's most important energy trading partner. In 2023, the China-Kazakhstan oil transaction volume increased by 7.5% year-on-year. In order to facilitate the transportation capacity of Kashagan and other Caspian oil fields and strengthen the trade relations between China and Kazakhstan, China has also cooperated with Kazakhstan to build a China-Kazakhstan crude oil pipeline. The pipeline starts from Atyrau in the west and enters Xinjiang, China at Alashankou in the east. The total length is over 2,800 kilometers, and the annual oil transportation capacity is as high as 20 million tons. With the continuous advancement of the Belt and Road Initiative, the pipeline is also known as the first pipeline of the Silk Road. It can be seen that China's development of the Kashagan oil field and the construction of oil and gas pipelines have not only gained resource security and economic benefits, but also strengthened China-Kazakhstan relations, thus opening up important markets in Central Asia, South Asia, and even Europe for China, and further enhancing its international status and voice. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more great content. See you next time.